ॐ अजाय नमः। ॐ अव्ययाय नमः। ॐ अविनाशिने नमः। ॐ अचिन्त्याय नमः। ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः। ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः। ॐ अनिकेताय नमः। ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ अन्तःसाक्षिणे नमः। ॐ आनन्दाय नमः। ॐ आत्मस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ आङ्ग्लभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः। ॐ ईश्वराय नमः। ॐ उदारहृदयाय नमः। ॐ उत्साहवर्धकाय नमः। ॐ एकस्मै नमः। ॐ ओङ्कारविदे नमः। ॐ करुणासागराय नमः। ॐ कर्मपरायणाय नमः। ॐ कालातीताय नमः। ॐ कैवल्यस्वरूपाय नमः। कृतात्मने नमः। ॐ कृतकृत्याय नमः। ॐ गीताज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकाय नमः। ॐ गुरवे नमः। ॐ गुणातीताय नमः। ॐ ग्रन्थकृते नमः। ॐ चिन्मयाय नमः। ॐ छिन्नसंशयाय नमः। ॐ जगदात्मने नमः। ॐ जगत्साक्षिणे नमः। ॐ जनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ जितेन्द्रियाय नमः। ॐ जीवब्रह्मैक्यविदे नमः। ॐ जीवन्मुक्ताय नमः। ॐ जीर्णमन्दिरोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ तपोवनशिष्याय नमः। ॐ तपस्विने नमः। ॐ तापनाशनाय नमः। ॐ तीर्थस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ तेजस्विने नमः। ॐ देहातीताय नमः। ॐ द्वन्द्वातीताय नमः। ॐ दृढनिश्चयाय नमः। ॐ धर्मसंस्थापकाय नमः। ॐ धीमते नमः। ॐ धीराय नमः। ॐ धैर्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ नारायणाय नमः। ॐ निजानन्दाय नमः। ॐ निरपेक्षाय नमः। ॐ निःस्पृहाय नमः। ॐ निरुपमाय नमः। ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः। ॐ नित्याय नमः। ॐ निरञ्जनाय नमः। ॐ परमाय नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पावनाय नमः। ॐ पावकाय नमः। ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः। ॐ फलासक्तिरहिताय नमः। ॐ बहुभक्ताय नमः। ॐ बन्धमोचकाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय नमः। ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः। ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः। ॐ भारतगौरवाय नमः। ॐ भूम्ने नमः। ॐ महावाक्योपदेशकाय नमः। ॐ महर्षये नमः। ॐ मधुरस्वभावाय नमः। ॐ मनोहराय नमः। ॐ महात्मने नमः। ॐ मेधाविने नमः। ॐ यदात्मने नमः ॐ यज्ञकृते नमः ॐ लोकप्रसिद्धाय नमः ॐ वाग्मिने नमः ॐ विभवे नमः ॐ विनोदप्रियाय नमः ॐ विनयशीलाय नमः ॐ वीतरागाय नमः ॐ वेदान्तवेद्याय नमः ॐ शान्ताय नमः ॐ शान्तिप्रदाय नमः ॐ शास्त्रोद्धारकाय नमः ॐ शुद्धसत्त्वाय नमः ॐ श्रुतिपारगाय नमः ॐ श्रोत्रियाय नमः ॐ सन्न्यासिने नमः ॐ समबुद्धये नमः ॐ सच्चिदानन्दाय नमः ॐ सर्वहितचिन्तकाय नमः सत्यसङ्कल्पाय नमः ॐ सन्तुष्टाय नमः ॐ साधवे नमः ॐ सुमनसे नमः ॐ सुहृदे नमः ॐ स्वयं ज्योतिषे नमः ॐ स्थितप्रज्ञाय नमः ॐ क्षमाशीलाय नमः ॐ ज्ञानमूर्तये नमः ॐ ज्ञानयोगिने नमः ॐ ज्ञानतृप्ताय नमः ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः
Swamiji, I asked Sundarji to say a few words because some people don't know what to say.
Right.
Friends, Dr. Janga Reddy and Sashi Reddy requested me to say a few words. Most of us are familiar with Swami Ishwaranandaji. Just as what I say would be just a refresher reminder. Swamiji came here. He used to be a software person like many of us were, and he was inspired by Gurudev Chinmayanandaji, and so he left his software profession and joined the Bombay Brahmachari School, and so after 2 or 3 years training there, he became a brahmachari, and this happened in 1991. And then he came to Los Angeles in 1995, first time. And he's a very dynamic speaker and very enjoyable personality. He that was about 20 years ago. So from less than 100 people in the Chinmaya mission at that time, now we have, God knows, more than 1,500 people, closer to 2,000 maybe. And Swamiji came in 1995 here, got his sannyas Bhiksha thing from Swami Tejomayananda. That is 2000. Then he went back to Bombay for about 3-4 years, where he was the acharya for the same school. And he came for good to Los Angeles in 2005. And he has written quite a few books also, and he has covered the topics with ease compared to the current speaker. And he has talked about management, and he has talked about stress, and he gives talks to companies. Now he is the current senior acharya for both LA and also the Bakersfield area. And so today he is going to talk about specifically about the number 4 in the Stotram we read just now. Swamiji.
Thank you. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. Thanks for that introduction. And also thanks to the hosts who have taken their efforts to host this program. This is the 4th talk in those 108 names that we plan to cover. The 4th one is today. We have already completed the 3 names of Pujya Gurudev. First one was Ajaha, unborn. Then second one was Avyayaha, unchanging. And the third one was Avinashine Namah. Avinashin means indestructible. And today what we are going to do is not to think about anything. Achintyaaya Namah. Achintyaha. Achintya means unthinkable. So as I have given the introduction in the previous talks also, these names of Gurudev are to indicate the characteristics or the qualities of the personality. So if somebody have to write names for all of us, first thing they will give to us is Achintyaaya Namah. Because we are always in Chinta only. Worry. Is it not true? Anytime you ask anybody, how are you? Worried, Swamiji. Especially parents, all the time they are worried. And what they are worried about, the children who never worry about anything. Sochana. The first statement Bhagavan Krishna makes to Arjuna is, you are worried about something you should not worry about. Ashocyan anvashochahatvam prajnavadamscha vashase. You are worried about something you should not worry about. So let us look at this word Chinta. It is actually not the word Chinta, it is called Chintanam. Chintanam. There are 3 words you should remember. Chit, Chit means, anyone knows? Consciousness. Then another word is called chitta. Chitta is mind. And chittam is memory. Chit, chitta, chittam. So, chit consciousness is not a thought. Chitta is full of thought. Chittam makes you think. Makes you think. So, we must remember that our mind has got two possible ways of engaging. One is called chinta, another is called chintanam. Chinta means worry. Chintanam means to think. So, when we are helpless about a situation and we do not know what to do, we get into a state of chinta. बहुत चिंता हो रहा है. In other words, that thinking which you do where you cannot help the situation, but you are still thinking about it, is called worry. It is called directionless thinking. If I have a particular direction in which I am going to think, I know step 1 and step 2, step 3. I have a logical pattern of thinking. When I have no direction to go, what will you be doing then? Roaming around the same place. One person was traveling in a road and there is a fork. So he went to the nearest shop there in India only. ये रोड कहाँ जा रहा है? पता नहीं. That fellow said, I don't know. What about the other road? He said, I don't know. So you have a shop here and you don't know where the road goes. Are you not so stupid? Huh? He said, I may be stupid, I'm not confused like you. Now tell me, if you are going on a road and there is a fork that comes and you ask a person which direction this goes and which direction that goes, if an intelligent fellow has to answer you, first he will ask, where do you want to go? Then I will tell you where the road goes, isn't it? And if your answer is, I don't know where to go, then he will say, then take any road. How does it matter? Most of our worries are because we have no direction. Our mind is busy. Our mind is engaging in the activity called thinking, but with no result. That is called chinta. Somebody gave a beautiful example. Chinta is like sitting on a rocking chair, keep on rocking, you go nowhere. Rock. Or watching a TV, like a soft potato. What do you call that? Couch potato. Sitting there watching. And I'm telling you, men alone has got the peculiar ability to sit there in one place and do absolutely nothing. Have you ever seen a woman, a girl, a lady fishing? Have you seen that? Men can do for hours. Put that thing and sit there. For hours together. And women cannot tolerate that. What are you doing? Nothing. How can you sit there doing nothing? We are capable of doing that. Women cannot do that. See, I ask women to sit there do nothing. She will get very disturbed. That's why Kali and all have got multiple hands. You've seen that. Multitasking is their nature. Men cannot do that. So, chinta on one hand is worrying and worrying and worrying. Going nowhere. One lady came to me and said, Swamiji, if I don't worry, who will worry? In my house, nobody else worries. I said, then they are intelligent, they gave that job to you. Keep worrying. We have other things to do. And another lady came and said, Swamiji, if I don't worry, who will worry? Wonderful. So, please understand these two things. Chinta is directionless thinking with no solution to arrive. Chintanam is thinking. Vedanta Chintanam. It is not Chinta, Chintanam. Interesting thing is, in Vedanta what we study is that which you want to know, by thinking you cannot reach there. The thinking is not the means to realize the truth. But that is the only equipment we have got. The subtlemost equipment that I have got is mind. Mind is broadly divided into two. Our Gurudev also explains it. A mind that is emotional, indecisive, unclear, restless is called mind. Sankalpa vikalpatmakam manaha. Mind is that which is all the time oscillating. Whereas the thought patterns that are decisive, thought patterns that are more or less clear and coming to conclusions correctly, Nischayatmika buddhi. Buddhi is that which is having some goal in mind and going in a particular direction to complete that job or complete that form of thinking. Whereas mind is that which is constantly doubting itself. That's why it is said, in Bhagavan Krishna says in Gita, samshayatmika buddhihi or samshayatma vinashyati. A person of doubt perishes. Nayam lokosyat na paraha nasukam samshayatmanaha. There is no joy in this world for a person of doubt. Not in this world, not even further world also. Because such a doubting Thomas will never take anybody for granted. Nobody he will trust. Everybody is doubtful. So such a person cannot deal with anything. The wife will come and bring the food, eat. What did you put in this? If I eat, I will be alive. If everybody you doubt in your life, then how will you be happy? You cannot even go open the door and go out because something will come and eat me. One person was walking in the road and he was about to turn, and then one truck came very fast. He didn't notice that. So he said, my God, so this is very dangerous, in this road to walk. Then further he went and there was a voice. He said, stop. Immediately stopped. And somebody was throwing away things from the second floor. He looked at him, my God, some voice is now guiding me, to stop. Then again he went to cross the road. One car was ramming towards him. Before he crossed the road, the voice said, stop, don't go. Stopped, and the car just went. Who are you? The voice said, I am a guardian angel. I am here to help you, protect you. Where were you when you was getting married? So what happens is, when we are doubtful about everything, we can never be happy. That is the first thing. And such people can hear voices also like this. Somebody is telling me this, somebody is telling me that. So the mind which is doubtful is mind that is decisive is called buddhi. Buddhi. Buddhi is that which uses logic, analytical, systematic thinking. The 4 words again I have to tell you. Buddhi is, I told you. that which is decisive, then it is called buddhu. You know what is buddhu? Buddhu is stupid. Then it's called Buddha. Buddha is Lord Buddha. Then Buddha. Buddha is an old person. So sometimes people don't know what these four are. They all call Buddha. Buddha also they say Buddha. So Buddha, you will get very upset about it. I'm not a Buddha, Buddha. Now you see, buddhi is buddhyate iti buddhihi. It understands. So when you are sending your children to school, what is the purpose? From the very young age, kindergarten, all the way up to university, etc. In the process of going every day to school, it is not that all that is being taught he will remember or to understand, but the process of thinking is developed. How to think. It is not what to think, but more about how to think. Right? So the way of thinking is what is made available to that student. And finally, independent thinking. It is not all the time you need a book to understand a subject matter. Once you have read the book, close the book and close your eyes and say, what I have understood from this book. And whatever you got, that is your buddhi. You understand now? Buddhi is not storage of information. Buddhi is what you retain as information. Because that is what you can use it. Say a person who has thus owned up the knowledge alone can apply the knowledge. If it is still in the book, then how will you apply that knowledge? That's why Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, when he was doing the graduation for an IIT students, in his convocation address he said, "Oh my dear students, you have all now graduated from this IIT Madras, now go to the world and get educated." Because education is coming out of experience. Apply of knowledge, application of knowledge. So the job of the buddhi or the work of the buddhi is to retain the correct information and apply it and learn from it. So that for that purpose what it does is called chintanam, thinking. So that is why in the Upanishad also it is said, Atma va are drishtavyah, shrotavyah, mantavyah, nididhyasitavyah. When the worldly knowledge when you take, you listen or read and think. You don't need to meditate on this. There is no need for meditation of when you learn some kind of knowledge from any book, any subject matter. You don't need to meditate on that. Do you have to? But whereas it comes to the nature of the self, about Paramatma, about one's own being, thinking alone is not sufficient. Beyond the thinking you have to go. And only when you start going to the next step beyond the buddhi, you realize it is Achintyaaya. It is not a product of thinking. So the Mahatmas like Puja Gurudev, Swami Chinmayanandaji and such other masters, no doubt they were intellectuals of the highest order, but they clearly admitted by intellect you cannot reach there. Not possible. But the only thing that we have got is only the intellect. The ultimate thing that makes a human is intellect. The animals don't have it. Animals live instinctively, not intelligently. See, like if you see a sparrow building a nest in your backyard, the way that a sparrow will build the nest would be exactly the same which it had done or sparrows have done millions of years back also. No change in technology. The same dry leaves, twigs, mud, whatever. Leaves, that's what it will use. It was using in some 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000, 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 million years back. And exactly the same they will do now also. They don't do fiberglass, reinforced cement. Do they use any one of them? Even if you keep in front of them, they don't know what to do with that. You ask them to use it, they can't. Why? Instinctively they work. They don't intelligently change themselves. So what makes a human intelligent? Because they always work on the unknown. Isn't it? That's what all the improvements that we have got in the science is, because some people decided to change the ways and means of doing things. Think differently. Why not? Why not use this thing instead of that? Let us experiment. That's why human beings now, the way we live today, was not the way some 100 years back your great-grandparents lived. Their means are limited, their communication abilities are limited, their transportation limitations were there, and various other limitations they have lived, but they were not unhappy about that anyway at that time. But some people, even those times, they decided to explore. Explore what? Explore the unknown. So the human thinking development is always from the known to the unknown. Stretching to the limits of the known to enter into the territories of the unknown. That is the work of the intellect. Stretching to the limit of the known. And when they know this is a limit, yes, but is there a possibility going beyond this? So if you look at the science, how it developed, it always was because some set of people decided to cross the barrier. That is why humans are human. Right? Now, we have reached a certain amount of development and progress in many fields with the help of the buddhi. But the masters of the past, who are known as rishis, the very word rishi means the seer. Those who have attempt to see beyond what eyes can see. They have always questioned this. What makes me think? They did not worry about what am I thinking. Why am I thinking? What makes me think? Why the stone cannot think? Why am I thinking? Why the bird cannot think? Why the leaves cannot think? Why the tree cannot think? Why am I thinking? What makes me seek knowledge? What makes me seek beyond what is known? So therefore they have come up with this understanding that in Sanskrit the word jna is to know. Jna, to know. Jnanam, knowledge. So they were inquiring into this, why the buddhi has this ability to know, or why is it inquisitive? What makes it inquisitive? What makes it go beyond itself? Is it something natural to itself, or it's coming from outside? So as they explored and then sat in, that is what is called mananam. Churning. So, atmava are drishtavyaha, shrotavyaha, ni mantavyaha. Mantan karna. Go on churning. Mananam is matanam. So when they have thought about it, they realize that knowledge is born out of the ability to know, called prajnanam. Prajnanam means awareness. Jna, to know. Jnanam, knowledge. Prajnanam, awareness. Awareness means what? Now let's look at it. Let us say there is a dog. The dog is intelligent, all right. It will do things when you instruct or train, I read a story today, a very interesting story somebody sent me. There was a king, and he was a very strict ruler. And his rule is that nobody should make any mistake, especially his ministers should not make any mistakes. And anybody makes any mistake, severe punishment of throwing the person into 10 crazy dogs. Whatever they will do, they will do. 10 dogs trained to bite. And so everybody was afraid. They were following the correct norms, and then whenever they suggest anything to the king, 100 times they will check and before even suggesting to him. Because if anything goes wrong, they will be sent to that place where the 10 dogs will bite them to death. So then, one day it so happened, he's one of the very wise minister was suggesting him something, and it went wrong. Ruthless was the king. He said, you did say something to me and did not work out. It's a wrong advice you gave me. Send him to those dogs. So the soldiers dragged him. So this minister said, see, I have been with you loyally for so many years. With your father also. And now you are giving me such a cruel punishment. My rule is rule. You have to be sent to the dogs. So the minister thought for a while and said, I accept your ruling. Can you do it in 10 days' time? Not now. Definitely I will obey to your rule of going to the dogs, but can you give me 10 days' time? Reluctantly, the king agreed to that. And after being released from the king, and he went to the owner of those 10 dogs, said, I need to just to be with your dogs for 10 days. Can you allow us? Allow me. That fellow said, oh, it doesn't matter. Those 10 days, he tended them, fed them, washed them, cleaned them, took their poop also out, and all that he did, slept with them and made sure that after 10 days are over, the minister was brought to the king, and the king said, are you ready now? He said, yeah. Send him to the dogs. As soon as he went near that dog, all the dogs came to him and sat next to him, licking his feet. So king was quite surprised. What's happening here? So the minister smiled and said, see, only 10 days I served them. They are loyal to me. I served you 25 to 30 years. See the difference? The king realized his mistake and replaced the dog with crocodiles. Now you see the dogs, they are also sensitive. I mean, that is the closest human beings have as the animals who domestic animals who can be trained. But only thing is, they are not self-aware. You and I are not only thinking, we are not only capable of creating new things. That is about what we do with the world. But we, at the same time, we are capable of observing our own thoughts. Isn't it? Why am I thinking like this? I thought about it in this way yesterday, but I can think differently today. I can do it differently. I can direct my thoughts to something else. I can stop thinking. That self-awareness, that ability to observe oneself and also become aware of the quality of one's own thoughts, this self-awareness is called prajnanam, that human beings alone are capable of it. So, what is known to us is to think. What is unknown to us is to know why we think. What is that which is the substratum or support of our thinking process? And then when they came to realize that thinking is an activity of the mind, and if the mind is not thinking, do I lose my awareness? Do I lose to be who I am? Do I fail to exist if I don't think? Is it existence is a product of my thinking, or thinking is a product of my existence? Because you remember, this is a very famous statement from the Western philosophers. Because Western philosophers, they say, I think, therefore I am. Whereas the Eastern mystics say, I am, therefore I think. There is a world of difference between these two statements. Because at the present moment, we have never experienced a state or a situation or an experience where I come to be without thinking. Therefore, our usual conclusion is, I think, therefore I am. Whereas the Eastern mystics have come to this conclusion in their own deep contemplation, I am, therefore I think. Therefore, I am is before the process of thinking. That is the reason why they do not accept that the mind is a physical entity. Brain is a physical entity, no doubt about that. Because even a dying person, if you open the skull, there is brain. But thinking is not there. Thinking does not lodge itself inside the brain. Therefore, the consciousness unknown, let us keep it as an X factor, unknown, in whose presence alone brain is able to do the function of thinking, and that function of thinking is what we call it as mind. In other words, brain is only an equipment through which thinking takes place in the presence of consciousness. And the brain is there, consciousness is there, but no influence of the consciousness in the brain, thinking doesn't take place. And you may wonder, is it possible? Yes. When? In another 4 hours. 3 hours. You will get into that point where you are there, brain is there, no thinking is taking place. Isn't that true? Huh? Are you there in sleep? Yes. How do you know? Your brain is there? Yes. Then, are you thinking? Are you thinking while sleeping?
No.
If you're sleeping, you're not thinking. If you're thinking, you're not sleeping. I'm thinking of sleeping. Brain is there. Physical brain is there. And you are not dead. Your breathing is going on. That's why the Upanishad says, when you are sleeping, who is breathing? Kohyevanya atka pranyat. Taittiriya Upanishad asks that question. When you are sleeping, who is breathing? Are you breathing? Saying that I'm breathing? No, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. So you are present. You means the consciousness is present. And the brain, physical brain is present. But thinking is not there. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, in Vivek Chudamani, Shankaracharya says, mind, what we call it as a mind, tasmin vinashte sakalam vinashtam vijrumbidesmin sakalam vijrumbati. When mind is awake, we become awake to the world. When the mind is not there, we are not awake to the world. What makes us therefore able to enjoy or experience the world is the mind. And the mind is the function of thinking done by the brain, right? And when the brain is and the function is not, consciousness is. Who are you? Who are you then? Prajnanam, awareness. Now, when they come to realize this prajnanam, aham, prajnanam, brahma, this is the first one of the 4 Mahavakyas, great statements. I am consciousness. Now, I am consciousness, they wanted to find out whether it is can be arrived by thinking. Can you arrive at the point of I am consciousness through the help of mind? He found na tatra chakshur gacchati, na vag gacchati, na manah. Where the eyes cannot go, speech cannot go, mind cannot go. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Where the mind returns along with the speech without reaching there. So then, the teacher, when he starts teaching this part of the philosophical discussion to the student, he says to him, I can only teach you up to the point of the limits of thinking. Beyond that, you have to go. I cannot come there. I cannot participate. Because beyond the limits of mind, beyond the limits of speech, I cannot do anything else. That's why he says, na manaha, na vidmaha, na vijanimaha, yadeda danushishyad. How do I teach? I don't know. Iti susruma purvesham, enas tatpyacha chakshire. This is how we were taught. Now, one who has thus reached that point, which is beyond that, where the mind can reach, he becomes Achintyaaya, unthinkable. That's why we call one of the names to Gurudev as Achintyaaya Namah, one who cannot be thought of, that which cannot be thought of. Now, interestingly, there is an Upanishad called Amrita Bindu Upanishad. In that, there is a statement. Naiva chintyam na cha chintyam achintyam chintyameva tat pakshapada vinirmuktam brahma sampatyate tada. It's a very interesting statement. Of course, one has to understand the background of this statement. He says, Naiva chintyam, it cannot be thought of. Na cha chintyam, not that it should not be thought about. Na chintyam, don't think. Chintyam eva tat, think about it. If the student were not prepared, he would say, teacher, I think you didn't have a breakfast today. You are getting confused. Huh? Naiva chintyam, it cannot be thought of. Na cha achintyam. Now, let us see why this statement is made. The subject consciousness should never be objectified. Moment you objectify, you limit it. Now, let me put it in a simple way to you. What is the distance between me and him? What is the distance? What is there between me and him? Space. Can you think about it? How will you think of space between two objects? How? Huh? Tell me.
Physical distance.
If point A is there, point B is there, there is a distance. Physical distance. This distance cannot be measured if one of them is absent. Point A is there, to point B is the distance, space. If point B is not there, how do you calculate space? To what? To what? So the space is always between 2 points. If the second point is not there, the space cannot be calculated. Is that clear? No, and pay attention to that point. So space is decided by 2 factors, A and B. In the same way, A thought is a transaction between I, the subject, and an object other than I. Let us say I am hearing a sound. That means the sound is something other than me. Me means the one which is an external object which I am aware of. So I, the one who is listening to that object or the sound is being the object of my thought. The thought is possible about that. When I am closing my eyes and thinking about what happened yesterday, I, the one who is thinking, is having the object of something that happened yesterday, maybe an emotion, maybe another thought, maybe about a person, some memory, some situation, good or bad. That is the object of my thought. So, the subject remaining the same, the object may be about yesterday's event. Object may be about a sound that I hear. Object may be a person whom I am seeing. Object may be about a thing that I am eating. Object may be a flower that I am smelling. It goes on like that. Now the object is not there. What happens to the thought? It stops. Therefore, when this happens in the sleep, objects are not there, but I is still there. Objects are not there. What is your experience? Peace. Nothing to disturb you. But in the case of a sleep, the absence of the object are not decided by you. Right? When you go to sleep, you say, I want to sleep, I want to sleep, I want to sleep. And your wife says, drink milk and sleep. No, I'm sleeping or I don't need a milk. But only when you drink a milk, you will sleep. She insists that. I don't need. Allow me to just sleep. So what you are doing is you are avoiding the milk, no doubt. Because you don't want to get disturbed in the sleep. When I take milk and then again my mind will let me not. But then you may avoid the objects, but thoughts are still there. Something in your mind as a dream. And that also slowly fades away. And then you fall into the state of sleep. This happens to us every day without any effort. You don't need to put any effort to this. But the problem is, in the process of thus getting into sleep, the object of awareness is also absent, but I am also absent. I am also not aware of myself also. Self-awareness also diminished at that point. I am not even aware that I am. So the rishis have thought, I should bring the same condition of no objects, but I am aware of myself. This is called objectless awareness. This is the condition called dhyanam. Nididhyasanam. Attempt to do this. Nitaram didhyasa. Nididhyasanam. That's why the Upanishad said, Atmava are drishtavyaha, shrotavyaha, mantavyaha, nididhyasitavyaha. To be attempted. In this attempt, you are not objectifying the subject. You are not making yourself as an object. If the moment you make yourself as an object, thought will come. That's why he says, Naiva chintyam, do not objectify, nacha achintyam, but don't fall into sleep. I hope you understand that point. You should not objectify, but at the same time, don't fall into sleep. Naiva chintyam, nacha chintyam. You know why? Because achintyam, you cannot think about it. Why you cannot think about it? A thinking about something can take place only about three things. Nama, Rupa, Guna. Name, form, quality. And karma, function. Any object you take, one of the four should be there to think about. Either you think about a name, some name. A name is always attached to a form. Let us say if I tell you, think about a fan, what will you think about? You immediately look at that, right? Now if the fan is not there, I say, think about a fan. The fan that you will think about is that which is there in your home or where you have seen. You cannot think about neighbor's fan. So that means that form of the fan, which you, when I say fan, that form that comes to your mind is what you are familiar with. Think about the fan, then quality of fan will come. It that which gives me air, that which does the function of rotating. So the qualities, function, name, form. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Karma. But this subject called the self neither as a name nor as a form, no qualities, no functions. How will you think? Achintyam. So do not objectify the self, but at the same time, do not fall into the state of not thinking about it, because of which you will go to the state of sleep. You cannot think about it because it does not have name, form, quality and function. Achintyam, but then what you should do? Chintyame vatat. But engage in that. You must maintain that what is. So what needs to be done is subjective self-abidance. I am. Remain as I am. Any thought arises, bring it down. I am. I am. So that is why in Yoga Sutra also, which is very clearly said, Chitta Vritti Niro, stopping the thought process, but at the same time not falling asleep. Krishna also says, Yato yato nischarati manas chanchalam astiram tatastato niyamyetad atmanyeva vasham nayet shanai shanaihi uparamed buddhyadriti grihitaya atmasamstam manakritva na kinchitapi chintayet. Don't think, be with yourself. Shanai, shanai, slowly, slowly, uparamet, withdraw. Atma samstammana kritva, keeping yourself in the subject. Nakinchitapi chintaye. And then when one realizes that one's nature of I am is always there, he abides in that and no more disturbed by any thought. Such a state of mind or such a state of being is called Achintya. State of abidance, no thought. At the same time, not falling asleep. That's the beauty of this traveling from the known to the unknown. And those who have attempted to reach there, it is not that they are unhappy about it. You know, the support that you can take is in the Upanishad, it is given as Om. Omiti ekaksharam brahma omityetadalambanam shreshtam etadalambanam param. See, like today when she was singing, where is she? Where is your star singer? She's gone home. So, that the beginning, what is it she said? Vinayaka Alamban. Remember what is that word? Alambana. Ganesha Lambodara Alambana. Alambana. The very word Alambana means support. Alambate. Alambanam means support. And the Upanishad says Om is the greatest support for getting into this point of unthinkable presence, unthinking presence. Why? Because Om represents all possible sound possibilities. A, U and Ma, as you all know. Om are made of 3 letters, A, U, M. But beyond the Om is the pure silence. It is similar to thought and no thought, sound and no sound. So therefore, the Upanishad says, start with the sound, go to no sound. Naiva chintyam na cha chintyam achintyam chintyam eva tat pakshapada vinirmuktam. No taking sides, not object, not a subject about in the thought. Pakshapada vinirmuktam brahma sampatyate tada swarena sandhayet yogam aswaram bhavayet param. Aswarena anubhavena bhavo abhavishyate. This is how the words of the Upanishads are somewhat abstract, but once you start thinking, you will realize that. It says, start with Om. Swarena with sound. Swarena sandhayet yogam. Start your process with the help of Om. Then what you should do? Aswaram bhave param. Go to no sound. So start with Om. Meditate on no sound. Start with the Om as the support, but focus on absence of sound. So that is what in meditation that one has to practice. Chant Om, but focus on after the Om. Silence. And go on increasing the silence between the Om. And when you keep able to maintain the silence without the sound, aswarena anubhavena, continuously abiding by the no sound, bhavo abhavishyate. What is to be known as world become abhav. You will no more be able to be caught in the world of thoughts. So just like the sound followed by the silence, thought followed by awareness. When I stop talking, you will be observing silence. Right? When all the objects in this room are removed, you become aware of space. How much space this room has? I mean, now we are all sitting and therefore there is no space at all. But remove all the chairs and people. Lot of space, Swami. Where did it come from? It was there, occupied. Similarly, when thought is occupied, we will not be aware. When thought is emptied out, what we'll experience is awareness. So removing the thought slowly with the help of the Om is the suggestion. And when one thus become aware of the awareness in the absence of thought, such a person becomes Achintyaaya, without thought, beyond thought. And that one who has reached that point of awareness and remaining in that absolute blissful state is referred as Achintyaaya. That's why in the Gita it said in 6th chapter, Sukhamatyantikam yattat buddhigrahyam atindriyam veti yatra na chaivayam stitas chalati tatpadaha. Such a person who has reached that state of awareness finds absolute bliss. He will not move from there. And that is the nature of the Mahatmas. They are blissful without anything, with no cause, with no reason. And that joy is incomparable. You cannot compare to anything. And that's why the next name is Aprameya Namah. No prama, no comparison. So Achintyaaya Namah, next one is Aprameya. That we will see tomorrow. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramayah, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhat Bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.